you find any inspiration in this, we have done, and you have done your noble part.
El Maestro Speaks podcast.
Hello. Test.
Testing.
And testing. So for those who are listening, we are at Badarong Cafe in KM4 La Trinidad.
Yes.
Just right above the new landslide MMA
Martial Arts Training Center.
Yeah. So with me is none other than the, what do you call you, sir? The owner, proprietor.
Yes, sir.
Of the Badarong Cafe. Paki-explain mo, what's the Badarong? And also with the shirt, right? So it's like a trademark thing.
Oh, yes. So, Badarong. So, you must have heard it even if you're Kankanai, sir.
Yeah, a lot of
it's-
times.
It's an Ibolo expression used as an expression for surprise, dismay, or it could be a curse also.
It's a curse also.
It can be used also.
So it's a multifunctional word.
Yes, but most of the time it's being used as a joke for light moments.
But is that really a word in Malay? Or
Yes, it is a word, and there are a lot of resources. I mean, we don't have any resource on how it started because I tried researching on it, but there are a lot of stories. One story came from a driver from Itogon, a jeepney driver of Itogon, and they said the first time he spoke the word Badarong is an accident, so it was an accident, and since then people use this.
Yeah, people catch on and
Yes,
they're
and
using
it's
it.
like a thing. Another thing is from Pico. They said it originated from Pico because a lot of Ibolo is from Pico, the original settlers of La Trinidad. Were using the word first. So nobody actually knows.
Oh, I see. I thought it's just like a playful thing that people did and then translated to. Same as true with the Shy Mango. Like, but then that is really a word being used in Imalay.
Shy Mango?
Yeah, Shy Mango.
Shia Mango is it's a Shia Mango, but because of characteristic portrayal, description, people would call them shy.
Yeah. Are they really?
I can say there's a truth.
Generally,
Yes, generally there's a truth because most Ibolois are actually soft and they're reserved. I don't know with the Kankanai.
I think it's a general characteristics for Benguet people.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's why when oftentimes when people from the other provinces will criticize us, they will say, ibonlet kayo nga talaga.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard.
I heard that because my mom is from Mountain Province and my dad is from Mankayan. And
That's perfect.
it's really not a good combination sometimes. Because if you meet your relatives from Mountain Province, they will always say that. And I'm tired of hearing it. Like, they will always say, ay, niya, kaya mat nga kayong ibonlet. And as if they're not standing on the ground of ibonglets. Sometimes it's annoying, but it's human traits that
Sometimes if you get it positively, it's there's a half truth in it because we're very soft.
Yeah.
I think we can describe ourselves as kind and soft, and we're not aggressive.
Yes. Generally, we are not. Like an evidence of that one is when when other people from other tribe came here in La Trinidad. La Trinidad in the earlier days is predominantly owned by Ibalois.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And when other people came here, the Ibalois went to the
They went up the mountains.
Yes, they went into the mountains. They moved further back into the forest, and that shows that really Ibalois, or say Benguet people for say, is Shaimango.
You can see it everywhere here.
Everywhere, yeah.
At this moment, the Ibolois are up there. and other people from other provinces are at the center.
the center. Yes.
And there are a lot of bad stories, bad issues that
But
we
that's
can
just
talk
it.
all day.
That's the way it is, right?
Yes,
It's the way it
yes,
is.
yes.
And I noticed that you have a very good command in the English language. So, are you an English major?
I don't consider myself as having a very good one, but I consider
I can be
learning.
the judge of that, and
Yes.
you are.
Yeah, actually, I'm English major. I finished secondary education.
Also, you're a teacher.
Yeah, sure, but not practicing now. Yeah. So,
Kaya mo imong kalisikan ka na eh.
pwede.
And anyati talaga nga roots mo Ibaloy, no?
Ibaloy.
Ibaloy in
So my father is from Kabayan.
Kabayan.
My mother is from Atok, the Ibaloy side.
Ibaloy
Because
I
Atok
see, I
is
see. Yes,
diverse.
it's like well.
But my neighbors in
That is why
Atok,
people from Atok can speak
Yeah.
like both language, kan kanayan.
Yes.
Ibaloy.
because we're mixed up.
I see.
When I go out, my playmates were Kankanais.
Yeah.
When I go home, Ibaloy, and Ilocano, of course.
Ilocano.
Yes.
Yes.
And a lot of people are also working there because the farmlands there are very white at Paway.
So most of people from Benguet, especially like I say, most male from Benguet men, if you're going to ask them, they will say that being a teacher is not my first choice. It's a degree. I am one of them. And why? Why did you take secondary? I mean,
May I hear what your side?
it's in my case, my parents told me that please finish any 4-year course.
Okay.
And so that at the end, if time comes, you will not be blaming us that we did not guide you properly, something like that.
Yeah.
I took elementary education because when we went to BSU, my grades are so low that I was actually my choice is secondary education or Pandipunan major. But then my grades in high school are so low that they said you better go to elementary education. I don't know why. I chose education because I know that I won't be reviewing a lot of things. I'm not saying I'm intelligent, but because I thought that during that time that the course is easy. That's why I took it.
Yeah. I think that's
the reason.
Yeah.
How are you?
That's the mindset here, thinking that education major is easy.
It's not actually. When I tried it, it's not. So yeah, but then I was there, so I have to finish it.
I see.
Yeah, but that's my mindset when I first enrolled. I said maybe I will try this one because you will not take a
easy.
review. You don't need to review. You don't need to. You can just have a good time, go to school, something like that. And then when after 2 years maybe I was about to drop out because it's different. It's difficult and it demands a lot of time. So, yeah. And I have to finish it because I started it. And fortunately, and I'm thanking God and my parents for that one, it's my source of bread and butter now.
Yeah.
That's so I'm very thankful. And yeah, I want to throw that question back to you. Why
Yeah.
take education?
Education is, there's always priorities that we call priority number 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and education is one of them.
Yeah.
Probably my second.
Where is it ranked?
Second.
Second.
Yeah, because it's because of my history teacher when I was in high school.
Oh yeah, so you love history.
I was
too.
so inspired by him, and the way he teaches history, which is boring to many, the subject, but for me it was so interesting, and I wanted to be just like him. But when I reached the college days, I was aiming for engineering, but maths is not actually not really for me. Well, I can calculate, I can follow, but it's not in my heart.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped for a year, and then I went on for my second priority, but not history, because I believe that history can be learned
Yeah.
by your own. And there are a lot of things in history, subjects that they don't teach. It's very limited.
Yeah.
And so I took English.
Took English for the reason that
I wanted to use the language to learn history.
I see.
Yes, because most of the resources are in English,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Have you practiced? Have you used the profession? Like, did you work as a teacher or something?
Yeah. The
Here
thing
in-
is,
here in the country.
the thing is, I practice it outside the country in Thailand.
In Thailand.
Yes.
Oh, so that's where you got the inspiration for
Yes,
this cafe
yes,
here.
yes, yes.
Because I was living in the Manila a while back, and all of it are, most of it,
Thai inspired.
Thai inspired.
Yes.
So that's where you got the inspiration. When did you start the vlogging? Because I first encountered you in Facebook through your vlogs about Igorots. When did you?
Badarong came actually from the series about Igorots.
Oh yeah.
So I started when I went to Thailand because there are a lot of free time, and I really like.
When were you in Thailand?
2012
2012
until last year.
Oh.
So it's
So you spent a long time there.
Yes,
Wow.
that's why I love the food. I brought it here.
Have you seen that video meme of first day in Thailand?
Which one?
There was a video meme of a guy who went to Thailand. Like first day in Thailand is like a real man, and then
Okay.
in translation.
I know that. I know that. Yeah.
I was so thankful you did not become like that.
No. I was just confused on who is who there.
Really, it's really difficult to tell.
Yeah. For me, it's quite easy to tell, but when you go to people's perspectives, they think probably for other people because they're so. In the Philippines, we're not really very open on.
Oh, yeah,
that thing. That's why we know we can
Yeah, we
determine.
can
But for people coming from a liberated country,
Yes.
they cannot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at the same time, maybe Filipinos scatter for those kind of things because of religion, because of beliefs.
Yes. One thing is religion.
Yeah, it's very
Yes,
strong. Going back, so you went to Thailand 2012, and then did you start vlogging at the same time 2012?
Yeah, 2012 was not the age of Facebook. It was still young.
Still young, yeah.
And YouTube was the thing. But before YouTube, there was Vine.
I know. I
Vine
remember
was
Vine.
short videos on comedy.
Yep.
And I liked those. So, when I was younger, I really liked watching movies, Filipino movies. So I wanted to be a part of that movie. Like, I already have an idea, or I was questioning, or I was asking myself, how do they do that? How do they do this? And so,
While you were watching the movie, you were looking on the
yes,
technical side.
I was putting myself inside the movie. Like, how do they do this like that? So there was already an interest on making videos. And so in 2012, I had my first smartphone, and I started doing some Vine-like videos.
Yeah.
And I posted it on my Facebook account, personal Facebook. And I noticed that my friends were watching it, and it was gaining like thousands of views.
Thousands of views.
And those views that time were really high.
Yeah. Those 1,000 of views during those
Yes.
times, very high.
So it was gaining 10,000 views, 20,000 on my personal account. So I continued making those ones. So fast forward 2017, Facebook was already booming, but I started on YouTube.
Oh, I see. Whoa, it took a while.
Yeah, but it was like a hobby. It's not a thing. It's
not-
just posting something.
Because a lot of people, especially because I'm teaching elementary school, and when we were young, if you remember when we were young, if a teacher will ask you what they want to become in the future, you will always say a doctor. Yeah, those are the things that we will say. A doctor, a soldier, a policeman. Especially in our province here, we will always boys will always say policeman, a soldier.
Yes.
Right now, if you're going to ask pupils, you will say number one thing that they will say is an influencer. As if that being an influencer is a career. So it's very difficult to like sway their conviction that being an influencer will not last because new things will always come. And having a degree would sustain you for the rest of your life. It's very difficult to sway convictions like that. But people change and they hope.
Yeah, and they're still young probably because the effect of social media probably made them think that it's very fun.
And they see a lot of people making money.
Yeah. And because people show money, even if it's actually not true. Yeah.
And it's a content, right? So you started blogging from that time.
That's not actually vlogging, probably. It's like making just making films.
Yeah.
Yes.
And vlogging started
2018.
2000.
It was because of a New York vlogger, a real vlogger who is Casey Neistat in New York.
Sorry, never heard of it.
I think he revolutionized vlogging, the word vlogging, because actually vlogging means a daily
take your daily log.
Yeah, in a video. Yes. So that's what he did. He started filming his day in New York.
Yeah.
Everything, the music also, because every 99% of music used by vloggers were style of Casey Neistat.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's very influential on vlogging. Actually, it's like so 2017. We're still making. I made comedy, and then my friends came. Three of them. That's why we became four in the group.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So you just do that on the side. You didn't really.
No.
During the time, you didn't really think of it as your source of your bread. Or
There was no idea. There was no idea. It was just for fun.
For fun, yeah.
That's what, because I think I have a very strong interest on making films, videos. Yes.
So, what were your gadgets during the time? Do you use expensive cameras?
No. I had my first phone. It was Sony.
Sony has a good camera.
It has a good camera, but there's a lot of issues.
Yep. There's a lot of bugs.
And how do you call that? Overheating.
Yep.
But it has a very good camera and audio.
Your microphone.
Yes, microphone is very nice. That's what we used. So when my friends came,
So did you use that also for editing, or you use?
No, I used a laptop. Editing on phone is so hard.
I think it's a personal choice.
Yeah,
but I like it. I like it better when I edit in phones because you can take it anywhere.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not on a small. You can, because on computers you can see all the details.
Especially if your intended audience, or intended screen to show the video is a bigger screen. You have to see every minute detail of it. When did you decide to make videos? Like, let's say you're vlogging at the same time you're making a video essays, right? On Igorots.
Okay. So the first niche we had was comedy, but it was inspired by our culture, Igorot culture, our Igorot jokes. I think it's part of culture, the jokes. And when 2018 came, Facebook was already a thing. Videos on Facebook.
Videos on Facebook.
So it was too late for us to make a Facebook page. Because we concentrated on YouTube.
Yeah, but it did boom instantly.
I was thankful. Those were the times when a lot of viral photos were circulating online, like the Igorot, the books that were published, a lot of erroneous topics about Igorot. Yes. So I was thinking nobody was doing videos about those things, and why are those issues going on again and again and again?
It's like no one is being educated about people.
And the books in 2010 has that issue, and then the revised edition in 2015 has the same issue until 2018, the same. And so I was thinking of Badarong to making a commentary or documentary part. And then so I just thought of transliterating the Badarong word into an English. Badarong.
Yeah, very, very
Yes.
witty.
So I made that, and then it went viral. Surprisingly, it went viral, and people picked it up. They uploaded it on their own platforms, and I saw the reach, and it was so good.
Yeah. I'm not being insulted with that. Like, people take your videos and then upload it as your own.
Yeah. Anyway, they acknowledged me, so it's okay.
I thought they just got it and then.
Yeah, they acknowledged it, so it's okay. And that's the inspiration to continue making issue commentary videos on Igorot.
Yeah, how were you able to? How many days of research did you do, so that you can find that there's a tribe somewhere in another country that has the same culture like us? Where did you get those information?
It's a process. One of the things that I love is my followers engaging.
Oh,
That's why a lot of things were being suggested by followers and ideas also. So I'm taking note on every recommendation. So for example, one of my videos is about the Naga people.
yeah.
And I saw a lot of videos in the past, but I did not really concentrate on those ones. But when people started commenting and messaging me about those, I started being curious, so I went there.
I see. And then I was also amazed that because the first like we consider it as the first Igorot song that was composed is the Nanlayad ng Likhatan.
Oh yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Millennial Tech. Millennial Tech at ma-repair the printer, man-install the CCTV, repair the cellular phone, computer, and other electrical appliances. For more information, mabali na ibisita nyo ida at Kubkubo Building, Proper Abatan, Bugyas, Benguet, or you can contact them through their cell phone number 0910-255-0382, or you can visit their Facebook page, Millennial Tech.
Yeah. It's been my belief for a long time that is an original tune composed by the Igorots, and then when I watch your video, oh my goodness,
Disappointment.
This guy killed my fantasy of, like, I was actually very proud of saying that is an original Igorot composition, only to find out it's not. How did you find it out?
I asked some friends who are singers, and I researched. There are actually blogs about it, written by our senior pioneers of writing. Who is that again? One of the singers. A linguist also, but one of the earliest singers, Mor Pongayan, he has a pen name, Mor Tadeo, and he is also a linguist, and he has a very, very good songs in English. It sounds like someone singing from Texas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I had a lot of resources, I read them. So I collected a lot of resource, and then I checked the song, the English song.
Yeah,
and they really sound like it's not the exact sound, but the melody.
The melody is exactly the same.
Yes.
Yeah. So, wow, I was really disappointed, and I started thinking of all the songs. Of course, with the exception of the songs that are really popular now, that was translated by the singers. Of all the songs of the Igorots that I thought are original, how many of them are not? Right. Yeah. I started thinking that, and based on your research, how many of the songs of the Igorots, I mean the Igorot singers, are copied from other tunes?
So,
based on percentage,
the percentage until now.
Yeah. Let's just say the earlier songs.
The earlier, 80s to 90s.
80s to the 90s. Yeah.
It's 90%.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Again.
90%. The thing is, I actually learned a lot of country songs in our dialect before the English one. So I was really enjoying the songs in Ibuloy and Kankanai, but later on I just learned that it came from an English song.
I see. So most, I think, and the question here is, what do you think is the reason why we are so enamored with country song? I think, with the exception of the young generation, the generation, especially our generation, going back, are all.
This podcast is brought to you by CarlTech Repairs. CarlTech Repair kat ma-repair si cellphone, tablet, kan laptop. Mapa software man ti problema na data or hardware, kayang-kayan ti CarlTech Repairs. CarlTech Repair kat masarakan ni J stall number 113, second floor of Old Public Market, KM5 La Trinidad Benguet, or you can contact them at 0910-702-1930 or in their telephone number 074-424-0701. That is CarlTech Repairs.
Enamored, are all fans of country songs. What do you think is the reason for that one?
It's because of Americans. Of course, they came here. Before that, the Spaniards were not able to continue staying here and infiltrating more areas except Baguio and La Trinidad, because they were able to establish garrisons here in La Trinidad
And change the name to La Trinidad.
Yeah, that's right. And in the former Lepanto, which is the part of Itogon and that one. So they were not able to continue.
Actually, I have a podcast about the Igorots being not conquered for around 300 years. Right?
Yes.
So, wow, they were not able to. You're right when you say that they were not able to
Fully control.
Yes, fully control, and at the same time influences with their Spanish ways.
Yes. I think they're a little percentage here, but actually not. That's why when the Americans came, they saw that it's impossible to do the thing that Spaniards did, because they used violence and they were not successful. They used everything, like Ilocano translators, Pangasinense people to convince the chieftains here, but they were not able. So the Americans were so clever to think that befriend with us will be very successful, and it was successful.
It is the most effective way of conquering someone.
Let's befriend them. Show them their culture.
Yep.
And show them their country songs.
And slowly change the culture.
Yes. That's the start of country song. People here, the Ibolois they liked country song because of that.
Yeah. They can, I think, one of my, maybe it's a thought, but maybe the reason why is that the hardship of a country life here in the highlands is relatable. We can also relate to because we are looking at the videos of the cowboys and the Indians, and it's just the terrain is exactly, it's like the same, right? And then you couple it and partner it with a song like that's telling a story of how hard life is and about love, things like that, and it's very relatable.
It is. Knowing that people here in La Trinidad in Baguio City were cowboys, actual cowboys. They tend cattle, they ride horses.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why it matched. And they welcomed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a podcast. It's like a podcast of sort with a researcher from the United States.
Oh yeah. It's Professor Olson.
Yeah. How do you get in touch with him?
Yeah. Actually, he was doing, and he's still doing, a research on both country music and the world, and its impact to the world. And he's making a book. And he was researching for, of course, radios here in the Philippines that airs country music. He found 99.9 country, and then he was still searching for some other resources like that, and it happened that one of the DJs, DJ Miranda, recommended me, and then so he he kept in touch with me, and then there we had a common interest on country music and history. He has that history, and I had that, the representation of Igorot country music.
Looking at it, you're like the curator of the history of Igorot country music. You have a vast, actually, you already have a vast library of this history with the videos you made. And you already have that. And that's a very big contribution on the history of not just the Igorot, but the music, culture, it's just the same. Now, you are a vlogger. We can say that you are a vlogger at the same time, right? And recently, there was a statement made by Michael V. When he said that a content creator, a vlogger, must. I don't know the exact word. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said you should, or a vlogger should understand the meaning of content.
That's right.
And then a vlogger suddenly came and said something negative about it. What's your opinion about about all the situation?
Yeah, I think Michael V is right. I stand with him because being on social media is not just being there. It must be meaningful also. So if your niche is entertainment, you must entertain people. If your niche is information, you must do it. And with meaning, of course. Yes.
So he's actually very right when he said that you must understand the word content.
Yes.
Okay? Do you agree with the Labrador that social media is the new mainstream media now?
Partly, there's truth in it.
Yeah.
There's part truth because actually a lot of businesses now are relying on social media.
Social media.
It's not on traditional media.
It's free ads.
Right? And you can see it's very, very effective. Because nobody knows about Mount Kalugong, right?
Yes.
Once they feature it on social media with pictures and the videos, people starting to see it. That's how people see places.
Yes. That's how they discover new things.
Yes, nobody listens to the radio. I mean, people listen to the radio, but look at how far things go with social media.
It's just a wider reach.
Yes, and everyone can see it. Not only the radio people or the television people, everybody.
One thing I love about it is your freedom, right?
Yes.
No one is controlling. Like, say, for example, when you want to have a TV show, like you said, when you were young, you really want to be in a movie, make a movie.
Yeah.
And of course, if social media is not around nowadays, you will be having a hard time penetrating because you need a big budget.
That's right.
Social media nowadays is like it equalized the playing area. So you had your chance and it was successful, and it is successful. And other people have their chance. I was given the chance, like, to record my conversation with successful people like you, and it is actually a good thing. The thing here is, with freedom, it also comes a very big responsibility for us.
Perfect.
Right? It's really, really annoying to see a video that has 1 million or 20 million videos, and when you look at it, you'd rather not say a thing. You'd rather not say a thing because it has no sense at all. But why is it being viewed? Are we really that shallow? That's
the thing on people, as they like to watch something that is truly meaningless, and I don't know that's the downside of social media, I think.
Yeah. And one thing here, since we're talking about vloggers, we have also a very popular one here, Jack Floyd Sawyer. I think for people listening who does not know Jack Floyd Sawyer, just search it on Facebook and he's there. He got very popular. I think 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, probably during the
During
pandemic.
the pandemic. And then he was sued by a vlogger, also just the same, a social media influencer, because of that anti-bus law. Now, what's your opinion on that one? Is the content, in your view, is the content really that?
When I first saw his videos, I was like, "What is this?" And so I'm trying to understand Jack Floyd Sawyer. He has a niche of
Yeah.
comedy,
Comedy, yes.
but for people who only understand that kind of comedy. Yes.
Exactly.
And he did that for a lot of times. He can roast people.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That is the word.
Kind of-
Roasting,
yes.
right?
Yeah, roasting people, but by that kind of comedy.
Yeah.
So people know that he was doing a roast kind of.
That's not
Yes.
serious.
It's not serious. It's comedy.
Yeah.
It's roasting. It's just like a stand-up comedy.
Exactly.
Roasting his audience. It's
Exactly.
Yes. And yeah, apparently he used that to somebody who is
Knowledgeable of the law.
yes knowledgeable of the law, and it has a serious business on those kinds of business. And I think that's probably a learning side for Jack Floyd.
Yeah, and to all of us.
And to all of us, yes, for me, for you, for everyone, that there will always be something.
I would like to show you something, but I'm sorry, I have not prepared. There is a video of a comedian in the United States. His name is Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon is like he's a stand-up comedian. At the same time, he's doing videos on Instagram and then posting it. Now, he has this video of the daughter of Senator John McCain.
Yeah.
I forgot the name, Megan McCain, I think. And then she said, "Hi, I'm Megan, and then I'm doing this about my dad, and about that." And then, actually, it's very demeaning because she said, I'm having sex with my father, things like that. Even in our culture, it's like below the belt.
Yeah.
It's really not good. And but in their place, it's protected actually by their Second Amendment, the freedom of speech. It is meant for entertainment. Therefore, you view it as that. So he was not sued actually, but no. Well, the person, Miss Kelly, does not like the joke.
Yeah.
Of course, but for other people, they like it. They laughed at it, and he became actually very popular because of that. And actually, I was thinking that maybe if that is transferred into a Filipino setting, he would also be sued because of that anti-bastos law. And it's very difficult for a Filipino comedian or a vlogger to sometimes make a content that will not touch the ego of people, because actually we don't know the law. For those vloggers who are listening right now, you don't know the law, you'll be putting yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Like what has happened to Jack. So anyway, I think it's just a fine, right? This is a small thing.
I think it would be a fine.
Yeah, this is a small thing, and I hope he learned this lesson. And still, people must know that there's a very thin line of, because if you offend other people, then that's really it. We don't.
Yeah, there's actually a Philippine ridiculous law which is annoying someone. What was that?
Yeah, I cannot remember the exact, but you're right. There is a law of,
Against annoyance. It's
and it's
so funny.
it's funny.
See, if you just annoy somebody, they can sue you.
And I think that's what we get when we vote legislators.
Yeah.
Who are and since you're a teacher, I would like to come back on this thing here. Have you tried renewing your license at PRC?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried. Yeah, but it was somebody renewed for me here because I was in Thailand.
And there was this new law about the CPD.
I hate.
Actually, because I just renewed my license like a month ago. I have a lot of certificates. We have a lot of training. We, of course, DepEd is providing a lot of seminars for the teachers, and the aim of the seminar, of course, is one thing: to improve the teachers of DepEd. And when I took the certificates to PRC, they did not accept it. I don't. It's a very long reason, and I don't want to dive in it because actually it will annoy me. And but the thing here is, what is the main purpose of seminar? Isn't it that's the main reason of seminar is to improve yourself, to upgrade your knowledge? Then why is it not accepted as a continuous professional development proof? It really annoyed me during that time.
What do they actually need?
They need a certificate that was accredited by them. So that means, I don't know, you need to pay for a trainer that have an accreditation from PRC. That's it. It's all about money. Then, I was just reminded of this because, like what we were saying a while back of when.
Sponsor time! So this podcast is brought to you by Dems Auto Performance. Dems Auto Performance Shop offers automotive servicing and verify sila ng kahit anong klase ng sasakyan. Huwag lang eroplano. Located at Alapang, Trinidad Benguet. Of course, they also offer off-road servicing. Sa mga naglalaro ng off-road, gusto mong pa-convert ang sasakyan sa off-road, you can visit Dems Auto Performance at Alapang, Trinidad Benguet, or you can also visit their Facebook page, Dems Auto Performance.
We do not look at the people we vote as legislators.
Yeah, we get
you see the difference. You see the effect.
get dumb things like that.
Yeah, laws that you will never understand. Yeah, if you have like 5 rules. I consider you now as a successful vlogger. You have this success as a vlogger, as a documenter. If you have like 3 rules to success or 5 rules to success that you can share to other people, what are those? 3 rules, 5 rules, 55 rules.
To who? Like, is there any specific?
Rules that you have followed so that you will be able to achieve what you have achieved now.
Okay. Like on vlogging?
Yeah, on vlogging, on life, per se.
On life, I do have my life line, which is when love and skill work together, you can produce a masterpiece.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I believe, because vlogging is not just for my education. I love teaching, of course. On vlogging, I love making videos. It started when I was young. So until now, I still have the love to make contents and videos like that. So because when people start doing contents, the most challenging thing is the consistency.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't have consistency on this kind of platform, it's not for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's the consistency. It's not only applied on vlogging, on making contents. When you do exercise for your health, you start it. You're so excited on starting running or jogging or boxing or anything.
Most people do.
Yeah,
Especially in the month of January. Because of New Year's resolution, right?
That's right. I think it's the first one that people think about is about health, because it's wealth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of it, it will come back to you big time in the future. So the consistency, it's not only in the first day, because in the first day it's so exciting.
Yes.
So empowering, but after 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, it's the hard part, the consistency.
So to fuel to be able to have the consistency is that what you said is that you have to have the love.
Yes, it's a passion.
It's a passion, and of course the skill that will go with the love.
Anyway, skill is actually, if you have a little bit of foundation, it can improve. It can improve. I did not know editing before. I did not have experience.
How
of
did
that
you learn it, by the way?
By myself. I just
Really?
because if you love it, you will try to learn. You will
try to
learn.
yes.
Yeah.
And you'll find ways. You'll develop your own system.
Yes, you'll develop because you have the love for it. You're gonna do it like each and every time.
Do you have like a person that you considered a mentor in vlogging or in teaching? And why do you consider them your mentor?
In teaching, I can say that it was my third year high school history teacher.
Yeah, we can name him.
Shout out to Sir Johnny Rating.
Is he still teaching?
I think he went abroad or came back. I don't know. But because of him, I learned to love the history of the world and teaching.
Yeah, because third year high school, I think, is world history.
World history, yes. I loved teaching. I loved history. And
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes actually
Yeah.
right now. You're beaming right
Lighting
now,
up.
yeah.
And teaching also. I love this teaching. He didn't use a lot of things to catch our attention, but his, I don't know, it has charisma or something. And I took his way of teaching also. A little bit of comedy, a little bit of playing. And on vlogging, there are a lot of people that I looked up to, like Casey Neistat, for making a video with meaning, of course. Meaning, and I think it's my first one. And I watch a lot of content creators, international content creators, where I learn things.
You were the first Igorot video creator to use English is the video.
I think so.
Yeah, and I think there were some negative comments about that.
Yeah.
How did you manage to? I mean, how did you deal with that?
So when I did the commentary, I was thinking of using. Of course, when I used Ilocano, it will not be applicable because I was targeting people from the Philippines because they are my target audience about Igorots. I want to educate them about us. So I was planning to make a Filipino language videos, but my Tagalog or Filipino is not really that solid.
We have a common problem. We have a
Cheers.
common problem, my friend.
Right. We can use that all the time, but knowing that I'm an English major and I do want to improve my communication ability, I want to improve myself because I don't really have a wide vocabulary in English.
Yes.
And if you don't use it, one of my
You will
lessons,
lose it, for
you will lose it. You have to practice.
It's a perishable skill.
Yeah.
One of the reasons also why I do my podcast in English is that when I graduated in 2009, I worked as an English teacher here in Remnant, Camp 7. At the same time in Monol, and then I came back to Remnant, in Remnant International College. Back
So it's
when
a mixed
So
students.
there are some mixed students. There are some Koreans, I think, and we have to use English. And then when I transferred, I decided to go to DepEd. Luckily, I was accepted. I was thinking of because we teach in DepEd, in public school, we teach in a lot of language, in local language.
Elementary.
And when you use English with the proper accent, the pronunciation, they're going to laugh at you. And the only way for me to practice, so that I will not lose it, is I will have my solo podcast in times that I don't have guests. And when I, solo podcast most of the time. And this time now, when we can use English as our medium of conversation. And I think there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm not really sure why people are really upset when you use it with your videos. Actually, there's an advantage of it because a lot of people, in not just in our country, but in the whole world can understand what you're trying to say, what you're trying to, the message that you're trying to send. So I'm not really sure why it was viewed as negative for other people.
Yeah.
And how do you manage criticism, by the way, if you encounter those?
So those one, I actually made a video about it.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I explained it. I explained everything there. And when I see comments like that, sometimes when I was back like 2 years ago, I was actually answering on comments, explaining. But over the time, I realized that it's useless to explain on comments, and so I stopped. But sometimes when I'm really when I'm super fun, sometimes I troll them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I use trolling.
So you really read comments from your videos?
I do. I read all the time, but not all the time that I can react or. But for me, I wanted to react or reply to everybody.
One of the advice that the podcaster shared to all the to his friends is, especially in YouTube, do not read comments. If you want to keep your sanity, do not read comments. Because I'm not really sure why, but people are so brave in social media that they can say anything they like. But I'm sure when you are in front of them, they cannot say those words.
Exactly. Exactly. I think if you're on your own, on your keyboard, there are a lot of things that comes out. And the only thing that you want to write is the negative one.
Exactly.
And when you're in front of them, what you say is appreciation.
And you cannot really say those, even if you want to criticize them, you will really say it in a nice way.
Yes,
if you're in front of the person.
It is.
So I think it's a good advice if you won't read comments.
I think that's right also.
But if you are one of those people who gets their energy from trolling people,
sometimes
you get that.
I do that sometimes, but why do make yourself busy on that?
Yeah.
That's why I just made a video about it, and I can see that people are actually getting the point of doing speaking in English. I think because the thing is that our mindset here, not only in the Cordillera but also the whole Philippines, that English is spoken in dollar. The sense of that.
And actually, at times when people are speaking in English, they're being viewed as an intelligent ones.
Intelligent and social.
Yeah.
And mayaman.
I keep on saying, especially I keep on saying with my co-teachers that no. English is not a metric to measure intelligence. English is just a language. There are a lot of people who cannot speak in English. They're very intelligent. We have a lot of lawyers here. We have a lot of engineers here. And not all of them can speak in English.
Yeah.
And
most of actual engineers can't really do a lot of English, but they're really good in their field.
Yes. So it's not really a measure or a metric that is used to measure intelligence. And a lot of people, I don't know why, and a lot of people think that if you can speak in English, you are so intelligent. It's not a good thing. Because it has a lot of negative impact on if people try to speak in English. Yeah, I remember when you said that you cannot explain yourself in Filipino well.
Yeah.
And I have that too. And at times when I try to speak in Tagalog, the accent is Kankanay accent.
That's the thing. The accents from a region would go with the Filipino.
And it's more embarrassing actually than having to use
You're gonna
English.
stutter and think. We'll spend time thinking what proper word is it.
Did you say the proper word? There are times that you have to do that one, and you have to write a very long script if you're making a video.
Yes. It is.
You were And are you part of the know-how recording? I think you.
I'm not part, but the history of that one is that I view Raul Biray as one of as my top inspiration on Igorot music, because when I was young, my father would play his music every time. That's why his music was written in my heart.
It's like you can sing all the songs without looking at it. Yeah.
So I did a little a video cast last year or 2 years ago on interviewing people or legends I consider in the Cordillera. So it's one of them. He was one of them. And last year I promised myself to visit Nuro studio, but sadly he passed away. And there I started contacting his son.
I see.
Yeah.
So really, he was really one of your idols in terms of
on Igorot music. It's a nostalgia for me to listen to his songs.
Yeah.
I think of my childhood.
We have that right in us when we hear the music, and then even the smell will change.
Yes. Everything. You can see it in your mind. Yeah.
And I think I have that with because my father is a pastor. Was a pastor. He passed away 2 years ago because of COVID.
Oh.
And he always play Jimmy Swaggart's song. And when I hear the song, it's like I was a child running around. Even the smell's gonna change. I don't know if all people have that, but in my case, I have that. My musical inspiration is unfortunately not the Igorot ones. I discovered Igorot songs late. When I was already in college, I think, because I hear the songs when we were in high school, but I'm not really that interested in it. I'm more interested in rap music, rap, Linkin Park, those things. And, because high school.
High school was an explosive age.
And I discovered country song. Like I not discovered. I mean, I came to love it when I was in college, due to influence. And it's also the time when I started to hear the Kankanai songs and the Igorot and the Malay songs. And it's saying something. And then that's why I was so happy when you are making that video. I was also the one sharing it because it's actually very good. It's like a piece of book. It's a book that it was in a different format that we can or children can use to search for things. Because when I try to look on the things that you have, the information that you have given, and all of it actually is accurate. So, wow, this guy researched all his content. So, as Michael V said, you really understood your content.
You should. Because one mistake would ruin everything. Especially when you do that information thing.
So it's really well researched and well made, actually. So
thank you.
It's a good. We can say in the teaching profession that can be used as a reference also, just to share information about our culture. Have you tried? Do you have any plan to continue or adding more videos about Igorots?
Yeah, it will not go away. It will still be there. The only thing is that it takes time. Time and blood and sweat. Yeah, but it's always been there. I have things coming up actually about Igorots, and there are a lot of lineups actually.
How do you prepare, or how do you make your content? Do you plan it months ahead, or?
Yeah, some videos were planned months before. Some are weeks. It depends on the time when, for example, I spend the whole day. I can finish like half of a video.
Wow.
Because it's really hard to do it continuously in a day. So my schedule is 1 hour, 2 hours a day.
2 hours a day.
Yes.
So you really do have a schedule for it? In the,
Yeah, I do have
other hours?
I do have
for
thinking
other
time.
things. Yeah.
I do have a writing time, researching time.
Are you planning to, because I think if you are the one who's going to make a video, a feature-length video, you can make a very great, a great video, or a great movie. Are you planning to do feature movie anytime soon? Anytime soon.
Of course, I love feature. I love movies, and that's a dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a feature movie of probably not. I can't do like an hour or two. It's like a 40-minute video. It's what I was planning.
Yeah. That
Yes.
will be left. That is still a video.
It's a dream, actually.
And what genre will be it? Action.
Not really. I tried one, but it's a very short film called Ayusip. If you,
Yeah, I think I saw it. Yeah.
it's Ayusip, and I tried that, and I saw the things that needs to be done, resources.
Yeah, that's the thing.
A lot. Of
You won't know what you'll need until you are there to do it.
That's right.
It's very difficult.
That's why I did that, and I saw things that wow. So we need those. We need that. We need this. We need that. So it will be very possible to make one.
And I think if you will have a collaboration with those people here who are known in making videos, I think one of them who is has a keen attention to detail is the Guinness.
Boyong.
The Boyong. Yeah.
Boyong.
He's a very keen attention to detail. I watched his movie. He's the one who directed it. The Bullso, I think. Well, Last Hunter. Yeah. It's well directed. And the editing is also good. I think if there is a collaboration between people here who are good at making videos, we'll have a great product here in the Cordilleras.
It would be nice. I would like that to happen too, because I've been also watching Boyong's movies and his
animations,
development, and he's really into it.
Yeah, he's really into it, and he has that. I don't know because in my case, it's hard for me to pick on small details. Yeah, I'm more of a big picture guy.
I see.
Yeah, and I cannot pinpoint the mistakes. If it's a very small one, I cannot notice that one. And for him, I think I'm looking at his workflow, and his work will show that he's very keen attention to detail. And same with you, actually.
No, I
can notice that one.
I'm not really. I don't have the patience, a lot of patience for that. Like to sit down for a very long time and see every detail.
Yeah.
I hope I have that kind of patience, but I'm trying also. So actually, he came here.
Oh yeah.
One time. Yes, and I asked him about why he stopped and not making one. So he said he's taking a break for the family, for health.
Or I think there's her daughter. I think it's. Is it her daughter? His daughter?
I think a son or a son. Yeah. We had a concert for him.
Yeah. And his sister told me about that. That's I think one of the reasons why he stopped for now. There are some things here that I want to, especially on the copyright things, because there are a lot of videos. Content was created way back, like the songs of Sendong, or the songs of the biggest, what are those? The other musicians who are being, that is being shared in YouTube without them knowing it. What's your opinion on that?
That's horrible. A lot of people are still, they don't still know the meaning of copyright or knowing that grabbing something is just like grabbing a phone by someone, and they don't understand. they don't understand that it's not allowed to do it. And the thing here is that it's very, very difficult to protect our own contents because copywriting is truly hard.
I'm not even sure what the process is here in our country.
It depends on the platform. So YouTube is different.
Yep.
TikTok's different. Facebook's different. But when you have the record, probably you will have to process it in Manila. Yes.
Oh,
And it's not only on that. If you once you're able to copyright your content as a music or as a movie, the steps or the process on social media is another
process.
Yes.
Because I'm having I talked to Andrew Pauling about this in my previous podcast also, and he was actually appealing to all the all the audiences or all the social media users to not upload, download, re-upload, and they will just get one song from one singer, one song, and then they will just label it as the Igorot greatest hits, something like that, and then upload it as their own. And actually, you are killing the livelihood of the artist. That's the plead of Andrew Paulian. And the same with Sendong. He actually said that one. The thing is, it's very difficult for them to claim the music was their own because they just borrowed also part of the music. So,
Melody.
Yeah, the melody, at times the idea of the music. So it's a little bit difficult for them to claim it. And at the same time, people who are doing that one of them actually messaged me because I took the snippets of that also of the clip, and then I uploaded in it. What do you think about this? And then they messaged me and then they said, if we do that one, it is actually an appreciation. Really? Well, we cannot say I can't say anything about it because they said they're doing it because of appreciating the music.
Well, thank you. Probably thank you for the appreciation, but they have to understand. They have to understand that
there's a lot of process.
Yes, and they're killing the industry. Not only the livelihood of those people, but the whole Igorot industry. And they must understand that. I know social media is considered one of a source of income today. That's why people are just grabbing things. And they know that there's no punishment to be done because
it's hard. It's hard to claim. It's hard to claim it. At the same time, I don't really know if all of our artists here knows or are knowledgeable on how to claim it.
Yeah.
So I think the only artist who has her songs copyrighted on YouTube is Margaret Lucano. She's the only one, I think. That's why if you play her music in Facebook and then YouTube, you will be flagged, actually.
The person behind that is the engineer Paul Masilam. He's the manager, right?
Oh.
He's one of the only few people here that is trying to do copyright things. He was applying actually for a lot of platforms. Yes,
that is nice.
That's why you can see Paul Masilam or biggest songs on Facebook Reels.
Yeah, I can. And well, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it to you after we're done recording it. Anyway, it's been nice talking to you. Are you a fan of Bruce Lee?
Of course I am. That's why I have this hair. I'm kidding.
So you practice martial arts too?
I just practiced, and for health reasons or for improvements also, I did Muay Thai.
You did Muay Thai?
Yeah.
When are you doing it until now?
Now I stopped because of my family, and I'm planning to.
Have you tried any fight?
No, just sparring. A couple of sparrings in the gym. With skilled people there.
What changes did it bring you practicing martial arts?
A lot of changes. It brought me into the position of thinking that, of course, first health is wealth, and the discipline that it gives. It's really, really, it's really so influential to yourself. It will apply to everything. It's not only on your physical thing, but also on time management, self-control, those things. Yeah.
Did you start it when you were young, or just when
No. My fantasy of being a martial artist was, of course, it started back again when I was a kid. But I started later on, like when I was 25.
25?
Yeah.
Because I did it when I was so young, because I was bullied a lot.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, you're right when you say that you have the work ethic that it brings you this discipline, at the same time the confidence.
Yeah.
When somebody's yelling at your face, you know that if this comes to worst, I can probably kill anything.
You know,
Things like that. Yeah, I have that in my mind. Actually, I'm sorry, but I think I'm a psycho that way. So when somebody's yelling at me, or when I'm looking at something negative, I just keep calm and just you say the proper things, you say the proper words that you need to say to just appease the person, or to tone down the situation. But in your mind, you have this: if this comes to worse, I can probably kill you right now, and things like that. I don't know if that's a positive thing or a negative thing.
It is a self-control thing, and of course you have to have a form of self-defense always.
Although, especially if you're a man.
Yeah. Yes, because
I think there was I don't know if I call it a philosopher, but a comedian who said that if you're a man, you have to learn how to punch.
it's true, man. It's not. It's a broad thing. Physically, yes, and responsibly.
Yeah, and also Jordan Peterson. Professor.
I liked him.
You like him?
Yeah, I watch him.
We have something in common. Yeah, he said that a man must learn how to be a savage, and on top of that, has the self-control. A strong man is a savage that controls himself. A strong man is the person who knows how to go to war, but then he has the strength to control himself and be civil.
It's perfect.
Because he has a choice, right? But if you're a man and you are weak, you know that you are weak. You will not go into something that you will know you will put yourself in danger.
True.
But the real strength is when you know that you can do that.
But you have
but you have the control.
Perfect. Wow.
And I don't know what's happening to American society, Canadian society right now, but I don't know why that kind of issue is coming out. Like, we have the PC culture, and I'm hoping that it won't come here in the Philippines. Are you updated with those things too?
Yeah, and knowing that people here in the Philippines are so westernized, and they like following those. For example, we do have. I know that depression is a serious thing.
Yeah, it is.
Depression and the Generation Z thing now that we have to respect their emotion, and that's where we get how to tend them. I think we're too much on basing everything in America or from the Western countries.
I don't know if it's just me, but it's my observation that all laws created here in the Philippines are based from the United States.
Yeah.
The K-12 education curriculum is taken from the United States. That CPD thing that we were talking about a while back came from the United States. The what do you call it? There's a lot actually. The driver's license guidelines now, it's actually from the United States. I talked to my a brother-in-law. Yeah,
wow,
it's the same. They're doing the same. a lot of things. There are a lot of things that is copied from the United States. And even so, I noticed, it's like I was actually saying that when the Americans left here in 1945, they did not really live. They're still they mind. They resided in our mind until now. And that is the most effective way of colonizing other countries.
It is, and they were so successful.
Yeah, because they can, I don't know, but that's one of the things I admire about the former president, Duterte, is that he has his own stand on things. Like the Paris Climate Accord, things like that. And he has actually a good reason saying that, why are you prohibiting us to do coal, those things, the oil, when you were the one doing that in the early days? And that's where you got, that's the reason why you got so rich, because of that. And why is it that now that we're trying to improve, develop, and you are prohibiting us to do that? It's like there's something wrong with that. And he has his own stand. He does not want to be like, he does not want to be advised by the United States. And I like that about it. And it's one way of showing that we are trying, other politicians are trying to break from that colonial mentality that we have. And unfortunately now, though I think I voted for him, I cannot remember. I view the difference. It's a really wide gap, really.
They have so different views.
It's a very big difference if you are going to compare the current one and the former leader. And I think I prefer the former president. But that's just me being political. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for having me here.
You're welcome.
And, I really enjoyed the conversation.
Me too.
And ikan kana ita kumayan ay dapat man diretso yan.
Narigat mo?
Pwede kang kanatin ano kayan.
Narigat mo depende kami no din topic.
Win ya. Anyway, thank you so much, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Freddie Gaynat.
Thank you. It's an honor.
FDG Stages. You have a Twitter?
I do, but it's very inactive.
Instagram?
I do have.
You can tell your handler.
I do have TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, but it's inactive. All name FDG Stages.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again.
See you again.
Maestro Speaks podcast.